It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We'll watch the Brooklyn Nets in this one as they go up against the Boston Celtics. Well, for Boston, coming into this matchup with no shortage of confidence, they won all 4 games against this team last season. So we're right around halfway through the season. Shaq, a lot of trade discussions happening. What are your keys to making a great deal?
Well, it depends on your goal. You want to win now? You want to win later? A combination of both? Does your analysis ever make changes out of emotion?
Well, acquiring players that fit your system. You have to have a system first. That's the key. And if your trade looks too good to be true, it probably is.
I meant to say, do your analysis, never make changes out of emotion.
Okay.
See, I was emotional when I was talking about it.
Well, I heard you.
I
I understood it. I understood
All right.
it.
You did?
Not really, but.
Me either. And now with the tip-off coming up shortly, it's time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
That's it. 2K Sports checks in with their loyal viewers with the broadcast from Boston, the home of the Celtics. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge. Taking a look at Brooklyn, these are the games that challenge you. Guys, they will have their work certainly cut out for them, but they believe they can come away with a win.
And it's in your DNA. You come up against a natural rival, you're going to be a little bit salty.
You know, that's what makes these games great. I mean, no love lost between these two squads. It's great competition with a little animus sprinkled in there.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, look, we know the Celtics overhauled their entire training staff in 2017, and it was controversial. They're forging partnerships with tech companies and pursuing more advanced methods of training. Now, this did come after a possible, we stress possible, mishandling of the Isaiah Thomas hip injury. And it does prove again that results matter. Kevin?
And the Celtics, David, never one to rest on their laurels. Thanks for the report. Well, we're getting into the grinded-out part of the season, Clark. Should we expect rookies now, you think, to start feeling the length of the NBA season right about now?
You know, that varies from individual to individual. I know when I was a rookie, it happened for me probably after about the 40th game or so, and I just was flat. I was still putting up decent numbers, but I just felt flat, felt lethargic. And then all of a sudden, after a week and a half or so, it just kind of went away, and I finished that rookie season strong. So every rookie's different. Some rookies never hit the wall, Kevin, but most do in some form or fashion.
And teams are all on top of this, aren't they? I mean, they know there's a chance it's going to happen, so they prepare accordingly.
Yeah, exactly. And again, it's rare when a rookie doesn't hit it, but for some it might be an extended wall. For others, it might be a short wall.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. LeVert and Carroll are the wingmen. Kenneth Faried is out there with Allen, and it's Russell in at the point. 4 on the clock. A fadeaway, rebounded by the Celtics. Brown outside. It's stolen. Russell against Irving. Russell passes to Allen. Russell kicks to Carroll. From past the arc, drops in the tray. Carroll's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Confidence in the 3 ball is something that has grown for Carroll. Where he has the green light to take these shots has helped.
Irving against Russell. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And with the size and strength of Carroll, he can just push people around on defense.
Yeah, and one of the things he does so well is get up into you and make you uncomfortable. I mean, he's got good size and strength. He's not super fast, but he's quick enough to keep guys in front. And he's got the nice reach, which allows him to bother guys from a distance. So he's outstanding in using what he has to be disruptive on D.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
Well, for so long, so many were wondering what Kyrie was thinking when he left Cleveland. What is clear now, though, is that Irving doesn't think about it and has flourished on his own. It seems that he really did just need his own team to become the player he's become.
Here's LeVert following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Goes up on the wing. The shot by Carroll, no good. Brown feeling it out a bit. He dishes it to Irving. And for Irving, he has let more of his personality come out on and off the floor, Greg, now that he has his own team.
Yeah, it really does feel like we are watching a new chapter in Irving's development as a player. Still has the great shot and handles that make him so deadly with the ball. And just visually, while the leadership is also evolving, he just seems more in control of his game and even more lethal as a player.
Brown, and finished off by Brown.
Yeah, I like how Tatum surveys the floor. Great at looking for his teammates, especially when they're open.
LeVert the pass to Russell. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. To the wing on the left. Just 5 on the clock. Knocked loose. Irving with the steal. And now running up the court. Hayward's pushing it up. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Yeah, and give it up for the feed from Horford. He's a playmaker, and you love having a big man show off that kind of vision.
LeVert the pass to Allen. The Nets working the ball around now. Can they get it? And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
You know, Karis LeVert came into the league as a scoring wing, but has changed into a playmaker. I mean, he developed into a primary ball handler out of necessity, and it's a role he's thrived in. He attacks the defense and can finish at the rim himself or find teammates.
That free throw, no good. And LeVert has described his game as constantly evolving, something backed up as his transition from wing to simply playmaker.
Yeah, he's a high-character, high-quality young man, and he's gone through a ton of injuries going back to his days at Michigan, getting more and more comfortable with the ball in his hands because he's a guy that can make plays, and I think his game is just going to continue to grow as the years pass.
Celtics leading by 3. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. And Horford wide open. He shoots. Trains it from beyond the arc. Horford's got his first 3 points of the game.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Nets trail by 6. Here is Russell. Last game with 30 points. Pass to LeVert. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second foul of the first quarter, and they may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3.
Smart's checked in for Jaylen Brown. Hayward against Carroll. Beyond the arc. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
You know, it's important that you be aggressive in the pick and roll, and Carroll is really good at using that to dominate the defense.
Now here's Tatum. No points in the game yet for him.
Well, you know what? All good things must come to an end, and they finally miss after making their first 4.
No coverage that time. And that ties it up.
Wow, that's real nice. I mean, D'Angelo really sets before he gets into a shot. Good use of pace there.
Tatum against Fareed, and D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Nets on defense. On its way from Irving for 2. Here's Horford. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Top-notch post-game is just one of the ways Horford helps his team. One of the more important ways, though, is because he's a tough matchup down low.
Now, here is Russell, providing around 26.5 points a game. Rarely has an off night. Hayward against Carroll. Pass to Tatum. Poked away. In the corner, Smart with it. Shot clock at 6. Down low. Here's Horford. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Horford's got 7 points in the game. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. 4-point game. Carroll finds Allen. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for Boston.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
And the first one at the line is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
You know, after being in the cellar for a few years, the Brooklyn Nets have started to turn things around here. I mean, good young core to build around and add to, and I think things are starting to look up in every department.
I love the three-point shooting of Irving. Excellent at dialing it in from deep, and you've got to respect his range.
Now here's Carroll. He's got 6. It's Russell with the drive. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Russell's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, I tell you what, such a smooth, tight handle. I mean, especially for a guy with a 6'5" frame and 6'9" wingspan.
It's stolen by Carroll. Here's LeVert. A 20-point game for him in the win against Chicago. Got a hand on it. It's stolen by Carroll. The pass to LeVert. Outside, Russell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Passes it to LeVert. Beyond the arc. And the 3-ball is good. And that makes it a tie ball game.
LeVert showing you can rise up from deep. A quality shooter when given room to fire.
Irving for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Irving's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Celtics. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And when you shoot a high percentage from distance, that gives you momentum and really keeps the opponent on the rope.
Yep, exactly. And it also stretches that defense out a little bit, expands the floor for you, and makes things really hard for the defenders when you space and stretch them like that.
Marcus Morris is checked in for Jason Tatum. The Nets also changing it up. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson, he's checked in for Reed. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for LeVert. Hayward kicks to Smart. Outside Irving. To the inside. And the dunk by Horford.
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look.
Now, here is Russell. He's got 5. Dinwiddie with the bucket. Dinwiddie's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Smart passes to Horford. Kicks to Irving. And some changes here for the Celtics. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Horford. Williams comes in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Rozier in for Smart. The Nets also changing it up. Davis comes in for DeMar Carroll, and it's Napier in for D'Angelo Russell. On the wing, Williams. On the wing, Morris. No points in the game yet for him. Shot clock at 3. Missed inside. For Brooklyn, they've gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Pass to Dinwiddie. Allen outside. Pass to Napier. From 18 feet away, and he connects with the jumper. Napier's got it all tied up now for Brooklyn.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
Tell you what, Greg, it's getting to the point where you assume every shot is going to go down. I mean, nobody's missing out there.
Now, here is Morris. His last outing, he had 8 points. Now, here's Napier. Defense right on him. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And the Nets lead by 2. And it's Irving with the ball for the Boston Celtics. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Tough night. I mean, they attacked on both ends, and unfortunately for them, they just got called for a lot of fouls.
Yeah, they were too physical and a little bit out of position. They were rough out there, but ultimately the physicality led to fouls, and that hurt them.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Williams with the block.
A main staple in Williams' game, that sixth sense for when to rise up and deter those shots.
And with all the drama, Greg, that has followed Irving the past few seasons, he reached out to Kobe Bryant for some guidance.
And just like Irving and LeBron had to go their own ways, so did Kobe and Shaq. Very few players know what it's like to be in a situation like Irving, but Kobe's one of them. And Kobe gave Irving the confidence to not be afraid of standing out in his career decisions, and so far it's paid off handsomely. And he gets one to fall, and now one out of his first 4.
Now here's Napier. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Marcus Morris picks one up there. Brooklyn shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
The first one falls. In an effort to protect the players, games are called a little tighter sometimes. And that said, Clark, which guys still bring the physicality that draw the eyes and the attention of the officials?
Well, some of these guys bring attention to themselves by virtue of their reputations. But in terms of physical presence, Steven Adams, to me, is just a behemoth of a guy.
He's grit. He's just all grit, isn't he?
Yeah, he really is. I mean, he just oozes that with his size and the way he goes about his work.
He does. Now, here is Irving. He's got 9. Ball's knocked loose. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. There's Hollis Jefferson. Good work defensively by Morris.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Here's Dinwiddie following the basket by Marcus Morris. Trying to get open is Davis. Dinwiddie's shot is off.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Well, it's fun watching Irving share the ball. I mean, when he concentrates on running the offense, this team is really dangerous.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Boston's gone 3 of 4 on three-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. Now, here's Rozier. He's still scoreless so far in this one, and we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And the Nets with possession here. The Nets shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. Down low. And that one's good by Davis. Davis has got his first 2 points.
And just a nice combination of size and feel there. Terrific finish down low.
Williams finds Baines. Morris looking over the floor. Shot clock at 6. And Davis pulls it down. The Nets with the lead. Here's Dinwiddie. He's got 5. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, you know what? Dinwiddie has good size at the point guard position, and he uses it well to draw fouls.
It's his first trip to the line.
And this season, he's maintained very good form at the line, shooting at about an 83% clip.
And, guys, I think that's a tribute to his work ethic. I mean, it's not by accident that he's enjoying the success he is at the free throw line.
First free throw is good.
You know, the next step for Dinwiddie is to just become more consistent going forward, especially when it comes to scoring, because I think he does everything else pretty well.
And so he hits both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Brooklyn ahead, ending the first quarter on a 15-6 run. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. The game is evolving, and Al Horford has changed his game along with it.
It never occurred to me that I'd be shooting threes at this rate and doing some of the things that I'm doing, but it's just the way that the game has evolved.
And give Horford credit. He adjusted with the times. He didn't stay set, Greg, in his ways.
Yeah, he was always a great mid-range shooter, and he's proven to be a legitimate threat from deep.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
I mean, you saw it. That barrage of threes has them grooving here after one.
Rolling, absolutely rolling, flat out killing it from beyond the arc.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. Allen is out there with Davis. Then there's Shabazz Napier. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the small forward position.
Hey, guys, that's just outstanding confidence from Brown. I mean, getting up with the shot right away and giving the defense no time to react, that's impressive.
Here's Dinwiddie. Feeds it to Allen. Hollis Jefferson passes to Dinwiddie. Takes the 13-footer. He can't get that one, so the Celtics will take it the other way.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, guys, Al Horford is a multiple all-star, and if you count his stats, you miss what he brings to the table. When you factor in his passing, his defense, his efficiency, he does all the things that help you win. Coach Brad Stevens said, Al Horford averaging 15 points a game for you is like other guys averaging 27. Kevin?
The definition of a pro. Terrific guy. Thank you, D.A. So it's the Celtics now. Following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. Rozier kicks to Williams. From deep. Knocked loose, but they recover it. It's Brown with the drive. The rebound by the Nets. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston.
Two division rivals facing off tonight. They'll see one another 4 times this season.
This is definitely the first of many tonight. And in these first games, you always try to set the tone and take that mental and psychological edge. Always enjoy solid, good passing. Easily setting up his teammate. Does not get any easier than that.
And guys, Kenny Atkinson, a coach who has a knack for player development.
Yeah, he does, and the players' improvement on this Nets team speaks to that. I mean, Atkinson has done a terrific job of improving his young players. Also gets the most out of the veterans and teaches them new skills and approaches to their game, which endears him to the players and helps his team.
Boston trailing. Puts it up from 12, and Napier pulls it down. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Hollis Jefferson finds Allen, Dinwiddie, and he banks in the layup. Dinwiddie's got the lead up to 4 now for the Nets.
Hey, props to Dinwiddie there. I mean, Spencer, the closer he gets to the rim, the more dangerous he is.
And now the first timeout called here for Boston. Clark, you were in Indiana after being drafted by the Pacers for a few seasons. Who are some of the more talented guys you played with there?
Well, Herb Williams, a teammate of mine at Ohio State, really outstanding big guy, mobile, could shoot it, excellent defender, shot blocker, and a high-quality guy. Vern Fleming was a guard that had size, excellent defender, driver of the ball. Wayman Tisdale, may he rest in peace. We lost Wayman a number of years ago to cancer, but really a gifted scorer. Steve Stepanovich, he and I both had to retire about the same time due to different knee trouble, and he was a rugged, mobile, good shooting big guy who I think would have continued to excel had he not had to retire.
Two shots.
And that one falls for Tatum. And when the Celtics traded out of the first overall pick in 2017, you know, many, Greg, thought they were settling for Jason Tatum for team needs. But he might be the best overall player in that draft.
Listen, the Celtics said they would have been fine taking Tatum first overall, and I believe him. I mean, Tatum looks like he could be a superstar very early in his career and does everything at a high level and is already a terrific shooter from deep. Plus, he just has a poise and an air about his game that speaks of superstar.
Now, here is Russell. He's got 5 and stolen by Hayward. Brown kicks to Smart. Over Napier. And it's all evened up.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Here's LeVert, defended by Hayward. Russell looking around, takes the 3, traps in the tray. Russell's got 8 points.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Smart kicks to Brown. 3-pointer, Hayward. Kept alive by Boston. Nice shot by Smart.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Napier dishes to Russell. Back to Napier. Outside, Russell jacks up a 3, and Tatum pulls it down. Boston's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Now, here's Napier, guarded by Smart. That one good for 2. He's got 8. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Brooklyn.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Boy, I really like the way he's stroking the ball. I mean, knocking down a bunch of his shots and really being efficient.
Brown outside. Outside, Smart. Shot clock at 5. Hayward from outside. Nailed from three-point land.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Now here's Napier. He's got 8. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. The Nets making a switch here. Carroll's checked in. Celtics trail by 5. And here is Brown. 7 points in the game. Outside Tatum. He kicks it to Smart. Over Napier. That one a little long.
Cannot give him that much room from mid-range. They got to feel lucky he didn't knock that one down.
Up top, Russell. Over Brown. Russell with the bucket. Russell's got 12 in the game.
Yes, filling it up. Russell now shooting past his typical scoring pace.
Hayward outside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And seeing Gordon Hayward out there, you have to be glad that he was able to recover the way he has from that devastating injury on opening night last season.
And I remember your call of the moment, Kevin. The whole NBA world just was shocked on that opening night. As bad as it looked, it seemed to be clean enough to where Hayward won't have any lasting issues with it.
Take a
rehab
break.
obviously wasn't easy, and I'm sure Hayward is just thankful that he's been able to come back completely from that injury.
That free throw good from Hayward.
And, you know, there's no question about it. Hayward is an exciting player and an athletic forward who can really, really score.
Hayward hits them both.
And Gordon Hayward is a player who's always found a way to add something to his game. Now he feels comfortable going at a defense either inside or out. Great strength when attacking the rim and can shrug off those defenders.
Now here's Hayward. 14 points from him the last game against Dallas.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Russell inside. Brown's there. There's the pass to LeVert. 6 on the shot clock. Over Tatum. The putback. And no good. Now the Celtics take it the other way. The shot by Hayward, wide open. The rebound by the Nets. And Greg, you mentioned Hayward's strength. That and his ball fakes seem to be not as recognized as they should be.
Yeah, I think Hayward has one of the better pump fakes in our league. Great deception with inside-out dribbles to create space. And the things he does well aren't immediately apparent, but Hayward's terrific fundamentals are what make him a great scorer.
Here's Tatum following the bucket by the Nets. A beautiful reverse layup. Tatum's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, and you know, Tatum's a solid scorer on the interior. Good at getting the position he wants and needs and then cashing in.
Napier kicks to Russell. And it's Carroll in the corner. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Russell. And we've got a moment now to check out the Eastern Conference standings and see where everyone is sitting as things begin to settle down just a bit through the midway point of the season. Taking a look at Boston. The season well underway, and they've been solid in third right now. And, of course, there's the Nets, and they're down 4 spots from them.
And right now for Brooklyn, seeing them where they are now, it's easy to forget just how awful they were a season ago. This is a team that's made major strides to lift themselves into the middle of the pack.
Boy, I tell you what, it's been a grit and grind effort for them. They know how to win, and that's not something you could say about them last year.
Outside, Smart. Passes it to Brown. Fareed against Hayward. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
The first one falls. The Celtics making a switch here. Irving's checked in, and a switch here for Brooklyn. Dinwiddie's checked in. Hayward hits them both.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Always. And having a good coach is critically important. I mean, you need somebody you can count on to make the right adjustment.
And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between three-pointers and two-pointers tonight for the Nets. Russell inside. He's covered by Irving. And it's put back in by Fareed. And the Nets lead by 5.
Kenneth Fareed, always aggressive in attacking the glass. You got to put a body on him or he'll make you pay with offensive rebound.
Hayward against Fareed. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. With a break in the action, time for a rundown now of the most accurate shooters at small forward over the last 10 games. And you look at Hollis Jefferson, 4th in the league and as consistent as they come. And, of course, Gordon Hayward.
And that tells you about their ability to slash through the defense and get to the hoop effectively. I mean, because you have to be getting a lot of layups to have that kind of a percentage.
That's accurate, but you can't do what they've done without a superb outside shot as well. I mean, that's not a problem for this group. They certainly can drain the jump shot.
Hollis Jefferson's checked in for the Nets. And so he hits both. Nets leading by 3. To the middle. Here's Carroll. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Carroll's got 8 points.
And you know, at times it doesn't matter what you do. Carroll able to capitalize from this spot.
Irving passes to Tatum from the arc. And that's good. Kyrie Irving for 3.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
As well he should, Greg. I mean, he always is looking to score the ball, even more so when he's hot. I like the mindset.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Horford. Marcus Morris comes in for Tatum. And it's Rozier in for Marcus Smart. And a change for the Nets. Allen's checked in. Hayward against Carroll. And it's Russell in the corner. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
And given how big and powerful Hollis Jefferson is, not surprising to see him utilize that strength to draw fouls inside.
First trip to the line for him here.
An okay season at the free throw line for him so far, sitting right around 76%.
You know, his free throw percentage has dropped this year, but not really enough to raise any red flags or to become alarmed about it.
No good on that one. And Rondé Hollis-Jefferson, one of the rare wing players, Clark, who can't really threaten from outside, but he makes up for it with his defense.
Yeah, he really does. I mean, this guy is unafraid of anybody. He's 6'7", he's athletic, he's strong, he's aggressive and smart. There's nobody he gets matched up with that he doesn't think he can lock up.
Williams, he's checked in for the Celtics. And he's good on the second.
And, you know, drawing comparisons to Andre Iguodala, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, Hollis Jefferson with some models to map his game after, and both of those excellent models for him.
Now, here is Morris. 6 points for him. Rozier for 3, and again, Boston with the triple.
Against length, he does a nice job of creating just enough separation.
Yeah, he's so creative with the ball and his ability to shake free from bigger guys to knock down those triples. Boy, that's a thing of beauty there.
Back to Russell. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. 5 on the clock. Lets it go from deep. Dinwiddie's shot is off.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
And the upcoming schedule for Brooklyn. On Wednesday, the Atlanta Hawks coming to town. That will tip off a homestand for them. And then on Friday, they'll be matching up against Kyle Lowry and the Toronto Raptors.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best. But if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Markieff, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings.
The Celtics making a switch here. Tatum's checked in. And so he makes both from the line.
Gotta like the confidence. Such an important part of making shots. Nice seeing a big man knock down free throws.
Russell finds Hollis Jefferson. Back to Russell. Now the pass to Kira. Fires it up. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Here's Tatum. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And with the pause here, how about the stats for Allen? 8th in blocks, and he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And his ability to patrol the lane is a difference maker for that team. Exceptional timing and anticipation. That's why he's a top 10 shot blocker. And the first one at the line is good.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Both good from the line that time.
And there's so much that Tatum does well. I mean, he shoots it well, rebounds, passing, playing defense. I mean, he's the complete package.
Here's Dinwiddie. He's got 9. Back to Russell. Looking to end the run. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Russell's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Nets. So Rozier will bring it up for Boston. Passes it to Williams. Tatum against Allen. Tatum's shot is off.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
And, you know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
Rozier kicks to Morris. Hits the jumper in space. Morris has got 10 points in the game.
And this is in Morris's wheelhouse right here. Extremely fluid with the catch and release.
Here's Russell. Here's Hollis Jefferson. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Celtics lead by 3. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what were you all focusing on coming into the game tonight?
I come out with a intense focus and intensity that other teams can't match. Just doing whatever it takes to keep our tempo. Guys are in a great rhythm when we have a great tempo, so just trying to get everybody involved and do whatever it takes to win.
Well, we'll see if you can keep playing at your pace in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's good to have you back. You're watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. This right here is Kenny the Jet Smith. This right here is Shaquille O'Neal. Me, I'm just Ernie. What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He had 12 points, 4 assists, and 1 rebound. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
Well, their playmakers are showing up tonight, seeing the court well, moving the basketball. That's why they had so many assists in the first half. And they're not just relying on ISO plays to generate points.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Nets.
I really like how they limited turnovers. They didn't play it too safe. They made some really nice passes. When you can play like this and cut back turnovers, it can add up to over 10, 8, 12, 15, 16 easy points, Ernie. I don't know how many points. A lot of easy points. They'll be in good shape if they can keep making the same smart plays.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And as we return, we get a look at the Boston skyline. Those drone cameras are really something. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been a clinic out there with D'Angelo Russell.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters, just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter where he is on the floor either, Greg. He's making it look very easy. He's looking to score the ball.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Celtics leading by 3. Irving at point with Brown to his side. They're the backcourt. Hayward out there with Tatum. And it's Horford in at the center. That's the Boston 5. Out of bounds, Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession.
Man, you love the effort. Just getting the hand in there and knocking it out.
Really came close to the pilfer, but they'll take that effort. Mucking things up is sometimes just as good as a steal.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. No reason to back off and give him the layup. Much better off making him go to the line.
That one is off.
And the vertical that Brown has is quite impressive. As relentless a finisher that you'll find in this league.
That one is no good. Nets trail by 3. Here's LeVert. There's the feed to Fareed. Pass to Allen. Outside, Russell. And they double up Russell. Irving with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. The shot's good from Gordon Hayward.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. And Brooklyn turns it over again. You can just chalk up the points when these guys get to the line. Here are your top free throw shooters for the past month. Fourth, Kyrie Irving.
And during that time, guys, he's been an absolute dead-eye shooter from the free throw line. His concentration just never wavers.
Boston leading by 5. Kicks to Hayward. Shoots over Carroll, and there are the Celtics with another basket. Brooklyn with the ball. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Russell passes to LeVert. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 4 assists now tonight.
You never pass for the sake of passing. You wait until the defense commits. Russell does that, finds the open man nicely.
Now here's Brown. He's got 7. From down in the low post, it goes. Brown's got 9.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
To the inside. Here's Carroll. No good on that one. Hayward with some nice D.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Here's Brown. The shot will not fall. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Here's LeVert. He has 7. Back to Russell. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots from the baseline. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Jaylen Brown. This last month, he has been a real positive for this team. He's averaging 14 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And I think he's got to be pretty pleased with his output. And you know he's always looking to push himself.
Yeah, really solid numbers across the board here, Greg. I mean, he contributes in a multitude of ways for this club.
Back to Carroll for the 3. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 5 assists tonight.
And there's no reason to lay off Carroll now. I mean, he's a threat to shoot off the pass.
Irving looking over the floor. Tatum's shot is off.
And that was almost one for the highlights. The long distance alley-oop, just a fraction off the mark.
Here's LeVert. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average.
Obviously, I mean, it would go a long way if he's making his shots. Right now, they're behind, and they certainly could use his help.
Outside, Russell. Inside, deflects the pass. It'll go. The Boston lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Kenneth Faried.
Taking the hit like a champ, the muscular Faried is outstanding at playing through and pushing through contact.
Hayward finds Horford. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for 1 more at the line.
Yeah, those shots are taken totally in rhythm, high percentage quality shots, and really getting whatever he wants.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Celtics?
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
Don't overlook the success they've had at the free throw line tonight either.
Smart's checked in for Irving. That free throw good from Hayward. Nets trail by 4. Napier with it. He's got 13. It's Carroll on the wing. Pass to LeVert. Shot clock at 6. Over Brown. And it's off the back rim. No good.
He's still fighting it. And sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. He's trying to get in the rhythm, but right now he's playing hard, but he's hurting his team.
Now here's Brown. 9 points in the game so far. The pass to Smart. Good on the baseline, Jay. Smart's got 6. The Nets have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime.
And no doubt that Marcus Smart is one of the better defenders at his position. Quick feet are complemented by that strong frame, and he just digs in and against would-be scorers and just never lets them get comfortable.
2 shots, gentlemen.
And Greg was Smart. When he's off the floor or injured, you notice just how it changes the team's defense.
Yeah, I mean, the defense overall just seems to have less bite, less edge, less toughness without Smart. And the way he plays, you feel like he is looking to make a play on defense rather than just trying to slow his man down. Great at taking charges and forcing turnovers. He is truly the catalyst of their defense.
First one falls for him. And both free throws good for Napier. Now Smart. He has 6. Brown outside. Back to Smart. And slam dunk by Smart.
Boy, Brown not just a super athlete, folks, but he's got excellent skills as well. A tremendous floor general.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Here's Smart. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, a lot of tough teams in this league. Here's where Brooklyn sits right now.
And you look at their opponents' points per game. Now, some of that can be influenced by pace of play, but I still like what I'm seeing from them defensively. Getting stops, a big part of how they win games.
And the first one drops. Terry Rozier's checked in for Boston. And a change for the Nets. Dinwiddie's checked in for DeMarre Carroll. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Nets trail by 7. Here's Dinwiddie. And again, it's the Nets missing. Hayward looking around. Here's Horford. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. And that's 12 points for Horford.
And that monster lead continues to grow. They are just piling it on now.
Yeah, it looks too easy for him. Almost looks too easy for him, I should say, Greg. I mean, their chemistry really at a high level.
Let's use this break in the action to show you the teams that in the last 10 games have been the NBA's best fast break teams. Third spot, the Celtics.
I mean, tough to maintain this kind of pace over an entire season. But let me tell you, they are really running right now.
And the big men who compete against Horford have nothing but respect for him, Greg.
Well, it is why he's been selected as an all-star by his peers and why guys like Embiid admire his game. I mean, Horford does all the small things on the floor you need as a big man. He's so humble. He just goes about his game and makes his team better in every facet.
Celtics on offense, stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Now, here's Rozier. Napier covering. Smart misses. And so Napier will bring it up for the Nets, trailing by 10. Passes it to LeVert. Shot clock at 6. The leaner. And the shot falls short this time.
I think these are the shots he's got to avoid taking. I mean, already struggling. He's not helping his team right now looking at those shots. Nice looking floater there, Kevin. Such a fast shot, a quick release. Really hard to guard that.
Dinwiddie kicks to Fareed. Pass to LeVert. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. Marcus Morris is checked in for Tatum. Andre Hollis Jefferson, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Celtics leading by 12. Pass to Horford. Over Davis. Horford gets the bucket. Horford's got 14 points.
Yeah, and he can really take his game outside when he wants to. Horford's got plenty of range to go along with all that work he does on the interior.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. Gordon Hayward with another strong contribution so far in this one.
And, Kevin, they need this timeout. He's flat out owning them right now. Can't miss.
And looking now at some numbers for Rozier, how last month turned out for him, he's right around 9 points a night, 3 assists and 2 rebounds. And you look at those numbers, not bad, but guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
And he has high expectations for himself as well, guys, but he just hasn't delivered fully on his potential yet. Good job. Nice job by Fareed to lay into that defender. Put some wood on him with that screen.
Rozier kicks to Morris. And Davis sends it back. Now here's Napier. Rozier defending. Napier feeling it out a bit, and there's the call on Gordon Hayward. That's his first foul. Davis, the pass to Napier. Five to shoot. Over Hayward. The second effort. Hollis Jefferson goes up again. He takes it up and lays it in. Hollis Jefferson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
One of the things you love about Hollis Jefferson is his activity. I mean, he impacts the game really without having plays called for him.
Hayward outside. Knocked loose. Horford the pass to Rozier. Count that one. Rozier's got 7 points in the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Now here's Napier. He's got 15. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Nice work at the line so far, going 5 for 5.
Shooting 2.
Free throw drops for Napier. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
Now, here is Morris. 10 points for him. And Fareed sends it back.
Hey, the terrific instincts and timing that Fareed has, coupled with his reach, that lets him block a lot of shots.
It's stolen by Morris. Horford kicks to Rozier. Off target from outside.
And, you know, Kevin, that's what they want, an uncontested look from the perimeter. Sadly, they came up short on that possession.
Dinwiddie dishes to Davis. The pass to Napier. This one for 3. And Rozier pulls it down. So Rozier will bring it up for Boston. They've led by as many as 14 points.
And that's just a risky play to make a heave like that. Not worth it.
And the Nets making a change here. Allen's checked in. Now here's Napier. He's got 17. Allen finds Napier. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Great shooting for him at the foul line tonight, 7 of 7.
And a lot of his points coming by way of the free throw.
I like the fact he's been dialed in. He's gotten into a nice rhythm, and he never got out of it.
Gentlemen,
you know, he's been one of those players they've wanted on the line as much as possible this season, especially in close games, guys.
No good on that one. And the second free throw, good. Boston leading by 9. Outside, Smart. Rozier kicks to Hayward. Here's Smart. It's deflected. 1:35 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Dinwiddie. And he's good on the 3 ball. Dinwiddie's got 12. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Nets.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
You know, one other area they're doing well in is steals. I mean, they've knocked the ball loose a number of times and been able to track it down after the fact.
Kyrie Irving, he's checked in for the Celtics. And the Nets also making a change. Russell, he's checked in for Napier. 1:19 left in the third quarter. Morris outside. He kicks it to Hayward. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And as a wing player, Hayward's just so good at attacking the basket. I think that's a big part of what makes him special. Doesn't take much of an opening for Hayward to make his move.
Gordon Hayward. At the bottom, 1 shot.
Nets trail by 9. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Outside, Russell fires the 3. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 4 assists in the game. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Irving passes to Horford. Morris outside. That's tipped. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
And 2 for 1. That's what they'd like to get right now.
That would be ideal, and that's exactly what they'll try to do. They don't need to rush it, just need to get a quality shot, and quickly.
A putback. It's good on the putback. Now just a 4-point Celtic lead.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And here's Irving. He's got 12. Releases. A second chance effort. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Brooklyn called for the foul.
And I really like the uniqueness of Al Horford's game. I mean, he's a big man with a versatile skill set. He makes threes. He can score inside. He defends. He's a guy that is an inside-out matchup problem for most.
He's off on the first. Both teams will make substitutions. And he's good on the second. And we've reached the end of the third. Celtics out in front. They're up by 5. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Hollis, Jefferson, and Allen together down low. Then it's Damari Carroll. And there's D'Angelo Russell, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 2.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Boy, it sure could, Kevin. I mean, he salvaged 2 big points for them off that miss.
Down low, Allen finds Hollis Jefferson. The Nets working the ball around now. Here's Dinwiddie inside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Boy, he just keeps coming at you. Hollis Jefferson, so energetic.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. Boston making a switch here. Tatum's checked in. And he makes both free throws. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Celtics. They've led by as many as 14 points. The kick out to Brown. Off target from three-point range. Nets trail by 3. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Carroll. The shot off that time. Great D that time from Tatum. Outside Irving. Passes to Brown. Fires the 3. Rebound, Brooklyn.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
It's Russell with the drive. Here's Dinwiddie, and it's sent back by Horford. They get it back. Count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut down to 1 on the bucket from Dinwiddie. For Boston, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Rozier kicks to Irving. He feeds it to Tatum. The alley-oop layup, very well done.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
I think he's got to be more aggressive, stronger, getting through those screens. Can't allow shooters that kind of space to pull the trigger.
Now here's Allen to the middle. Fades back. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Rozier looking around. Kicks it to Horford. Got a piece of it.
The 7'2" wingspan of Hollis Jefferson paying off right there. His defense can be suffocating.
Russell, no luck.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Carroll against Brown. Pass to Horford. A 3-ball. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. 18 points for Horford.
And the jump shot of Al Horford, cash, money, all the time. Got to D him up or you pay the price.
Here's Dinwiddie. And it's sent back by Horford. Outside Irving. Brown lays it in without an inch of room around him. And the Celtics lead by 8.
And Brown is just so physically imposing. I mean, especially inside where he usually gets whatever he wants.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his second foul of the game. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Boston. And a change for the Nets. LeVert's checked in. Russell passes to Carroll. To halt the run. Kept alive. A second chance effort. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to go on Gordon Hayward.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. Celtics leading by 7. Irving with the ball. In the corner, it's Hayward. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Pass to Carroll. The pass to Hollis Jefferson. And Hayward with the block. And he's able to get it back. And again, it's the Nets missing.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Brown. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 8th assist in the game. Nets trail by 9. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Up top, Russell, covered by Irving. 6 to shoot. The shot by Carroll, no good. Here are the Celtics with the ball. They're on a 9-1 run. Hayward kicks to Irving. And it's sent back by Russell. And he recovers it. Here's LeVert. He's covered by Brown. LeVert the pass to Russell. Now here's Allen. Right side Russell. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Fareed's checked in for Rondé and Hollis Jefferson. Pass to LeVert. Clock at 6. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Irving against Russell. Hayward finds Irving. And he gets it to go. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And, you know, Hayward's floor recognition and composure, really impressive. Knows precisely when to pass over to the open man.
Now, here is Russell. Pass to LeVert. Fires the three. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 6 assists here tonight.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
Russell against Irving. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Outside Irving. Celtics passing it around. Tatum against Fareed. Stolen by Fareed. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Here's LeVert. He's covered by Brown. Irving against Russell. Shot clock at 6. Makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
And, you know, you look at the floater. It's an effective shot for Russell. But when he doesn't want to go all the way to the rack, you got to have that in your book bag.
Now here's Horford. Irving for 3. Gets that one through the hole. Make him now 7 of 13 in this game.
And it looks to me like he still has some of the shooting touch that he displayed in the first.
Pass to LeVert. It's stolen by Brown. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And the slam dunk by Irving.
Wow, Kyrie Irving. I know he's got mad handles and an unbelievable ability to make shots. That's surprising to see the little fella get up and throw it down.
And there's the pass to LeVert. Back to Russell. Floats one up. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to go on Gordon Hayward.
Despite the wiry frame, taking it up strong inside, and D'Angelo will get free throws.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
Free throw good, Russell.
Well, you look at D'Angelo Russell, and this season and last season, I really think it was just about maturing, and that goes with all young players in this league. It's a process. I thought he needed to get away from L.A. and the episode he had there with his teammates, and I think he's now more focused and knows more of what it takes to be successful in the NBA.
And for Russell, he had maturing to do, Clark, off the court, but he has also showed maturation in his game on the floor as well.
Yeah, it's a natural progression for guys who are eager to get better and take constructive criticism seriously. He doesn't force it as much on offense now. He knows the importance of being efficient with the ball and not spectacular.
Here's Russell following the basket by Jaylen Brown.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
Now here is Horford. Now Brown, 6 on the shot clock.
And Brown is a guy who is hunting contact. Defenders have to be more cautious around him when they're defending.
Shooting for Boston. Jaylen Brown. He'll be at the line shooting 2.
That free throw good from Brown. And Brown drops them both.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Fareed looking for an opening. The dish to Carroll. He kicks to Russell. Feeds to Allen. Three-pointer. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Brown outside. Irving with a clean look. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Irving's got 23 points.
It sure was textbook, and Irving is fantastic in the screen roll. A solid decision maker in these sets, and he also can put it in the basket himself if he needs to.
Timeout called the Nets.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Kyrie Irving.
And he's had the hot hand tonight, Kevin, no doubt about it. He's gotten his field goal percentage up over 60, and you're only going to get it that high when you're taking good, smart shots.
They'd lost 2 straight coming into this one, and he knew he needed to put his foot down. He's shown leadership tonight, getting them back on the winning track. And Brooklyn has possession. It's a 16-point game. Allen passes to LeVert. Allen kicks to Russell. Back to Allen. Out to Russell. Knocked away. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. To the paint. Here's Tatum. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. And the Celtics lead by 18. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Allen outside. Passes it to LeVert. Can they get it? And Boston with the rebound. Hayward's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Horford against Allen. Hayward on the wing. No good on the 3.
Well, I think the defense got really lucky there. I mean, you can't afford to give up wide open shots from deep.
Kicks it to Carroll. Mark, it always seems the coaches get fired a lot, and there's kind of the rotating names there. But the GMs who hire them stay in place. What's your take on that?
Yeah, you know, it's fairly complex, Kevin. I don't know if we have enough time to delve in it effectively here, but my initial feeling is every circumstance is a little different, and sometimes it's a little easier to move the coach than the general manager for whatever reason. But there should be more accountability for GMs, not just for who they draft, but also who they hire as coaches. So I'm mixed, but I kind of understand why sometimes the coach is a little more readily expendable.
Clock at 6. Elbow shot. Not going to go that time. And the Celtics going the other way now. Brown kicks to Irving. Pass to Horford. Brown outside. And then Brown with the dunk.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Big time. I mean, it's amazing. Their crowd letting them hear it, and that's always inspiring. They want to see this thing get wrapped up.
LeVert the pass to Russell. Inside, right wing. Here's LeVert. And it's good off the back rim and in. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Kyrie, big numbers for you tonight, and I always wonder what it's like to be in a zone like that offensively.
It feels amazing. More importantly, we got the win, and I couldn't have done it without my teammates who did a heck of a job of competing every every single minute of this game. It took everybody's effort from our bench. You know, it took a 15-man effort, and I'm glad we got the win.
15 men, but one man was the difference. Thanks, Kyrie. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long.